Greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef, and today I'm going to show you how to make a classic British, well I think it's British, dessert, apple and rhubarb crumble with sous vide custard. Before we start, shout out to James Riley, who requested this nearly a year ago. Actually he didn't, he requested apple crumble, but this being winter and me being very close to the rhubarb triangle, I've got some Yorkshire forced rhubarb, and so I'm sticking that in. If you haven't got that and you just want to do apple crumble, not a problem, you can do that, just leave it out, put more apple in. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. Become a patron, make a donation, I love it. So yeah, apple and rhubarb crumble with custard, dead easy, pretty quick, let's get on with it. Right, I'm going to make the crumble first, so you need 150 grams of plain all-purpose flour, 125 grams of cold butter, cut into little cubes, 3 tablespoons of demerara sugar, and a little handful of oats. First thing is make crumbs. So basically just rub the butter into the flour. And you don't want your crumbs to be too fine, you want, you know, little pebbles. An interesting thing about crumbles in general, I'd assumed they'd been around, you know, they were as old as the hills, but they're not. Apparently the first known reference in print was in 1950, and that was in an American magazine. So there we go, our fairly coarse crumby mix. Now I'm just going to chuck all the sugar in there, and about half the oats. And the rest of those I'll sprinkle on top. So stir it all together and just give it a very fine sprinkling of cold water. Now I'm going to stick this in the fridge till I need it. For the fruity bit of the crumble, you need about 900 grams of fruit. So I've got 3 sticks of Yorkshire forced rhubarb, I've got 4 Bramley cooking apples, but I won't know exactly what I've really got until I've trimmed it down and chopped it up. 2 tablespoons of demerara sugar, the remaining oats to sprinkle on top. No, I don't need that. And a teaspoon of cinnamon. So yeah, this rhubarb, I hadn't really planned to do this, but a couple of days ago we went to the local farm shop to get compost or manure or something. We're always doing that. And, we went in the shop and it was manned only by one of the dogs. So we went off looking for Vicky and found her in a polytunnel surrounded by mountains of freshly picked Yorkshire forced rhubarb that they had grown on their farm. Yeah, so we were talking, and I'd heard of the rhubarb triangle, which according to Wikipedia is between Wakefield, Rothwell and Morley, but isn't exactly that. Yorkshire forced rhubarb since 2010 has been a European protected name. So if you're not in that area specified in the document, you can't call it Yorkshire forced rhubarb. So it turns out, you know, the area isn't a neat triangle at all. And in days gone by, it used to include, you know, a lot of Leeds and Bradford. And the reason for that is the woolen industry, because to insulate the rhubarb while it's growing in winter, they would surround it with shoddy, which is the lower quality wool from a sheep, basically from its nether regions. And you know, sheep aren't renowned for their ability to wipe their bottoms, so you know it's pretty grotty stuff that comes from around that part of a sheep. But you know, it's great for growing things in, keeps them warm and fertilizes them at the same time. So that's cool. I digress. Let's chop these up a bit. Before you start, you want to grease an oven-proof dish, which we're going to be making the crumble in. Mostly up the sides where the crumble will be. Not so bothered about it sticking to the bottom, so I don't think it will. Let's chop the rhubarb. This wasn't floppy when I got it, but yeah, it is now. So just cut it into a couple of centimetres an inch chunks. Right, I want to weigh this. Okay, so I've got 265 grams of rhubarb. I need to peel and core these apples. Once again, I find myself without an apple corer. I keep buying these things and they keep breaking. So I have to do reverse coring, which is just cut the stuff from the outside. It works. And then cut your apple flesh into itty bits and stick them in the dish with the rhubarb. Quick spritz with lemon juice. And to the person who criticised me recently in a comment because I used lemon juice out of a bottle rather than out of an actual lemon, he said, obviously I'm not a real chef. Yeah, I never claimed to be. Because a real chef wouldn't use this because it's full of preservatives. And I said, yeah, off you. Okay, that's all the apples chopped up. Lemonise those as well. And did I say this is just to stop it going brown? I said a teaspoon of cinnamon, just a good sprinkling. That's optional. If you don't like it, don't do it. And then sugar. Now you need to get your oven preheated to 180 degrees Celsius. If it's a fan oven, that's 200 for a conventional one, or gas mark 6. Time to put it all together and bake it. I'm just going to mix the rhubarb and apple together, and we'll sprinkle our crumble on top. But you don't want to kind of squeeze it together. It shouldn't be firm and dough-like. It should be, well, crumbly. Okay. And then the remaining oats just scattered across the top. Oh. Right, this goes in the oven for 30 minutes. So while that's baking, I'll make the custard. Now for me, the traditional way of making custard has always been a hit and miss affair. Mostly miss, and you know, mostly I end up with scrambled eggs, and that's because you overcook the eggs, or I overcook the eggs. Now, so I'm doing it with my sous vide machine, and that means it's impossible to overcook the eggs, so you're going to get perfect custard every time. Or if you want to be really authentic school dinners about it, use birds or something. So we need half a cup of milk, half a cup of double cream, heavy cream, 3 egg yolks, tablespoon of sugar, and a bit of vanilla extract. So let's get these yolks out. Oh, these eggs are well, they're quite old. It doesn't matter that we've got yolk and egg white mixed together because we're not doing them around. There's our broken yolks. We'll add half a cup of milk, half a cup of cream. Whoa, look at that. Tablespoon of sugar and a sploosh of vanilla extract, and whiz those all together. So I've got the water in the sous vide container heated to 82 degrees Celsius. I'm just going to pour this mixture into a Ziploc bag. Look at that, didn't spill a drop. And we lower the bag into the water and it pushes the air out, and we zip it shut. And we let it sit in there for 20 minutes. Oh yeah. Look at that. So yeah, you can see the filling is bubbling away, and you don't want to eat it when it's that hot. So just be patient, let it cool down a bit, and you won't burn yourself. Okay, time's up for the custard, so let's get it out. Oh yeah, doesn't that look good? Now, what you need to do is just massage it a little bit. It is hot, but and stick that in a gravy boat or a thing for serving custard. I don't know what that would be called. Custard boat. Let's have a sneaky taste. Oh yeah. Right then, taste test time with Mrs. KeefCooks. Get stuck in.
Okay, does it matter that I can't see anything on that screen over there? Have you switched it on?
Yeah, because no, it's the wrong way. It's working.
Ideal. Two of my favourite things put together: crumble and rhubarb, with a third, apples. Can't go wrong.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Oh, that is just... Oh yeah, that is exactly how it's supposed to be. So I don't know what he's done, but I can recommend it.
I made it.
Do this.
You have to watch the video.
Oh yeah, because it's all... That's one of those things, you know, when something's crispy at the top and just moist and ripe in the middle, and then you've got the contrast between the sweet crumble and the sharp fruit and yeah. It may not look gastro, but it's bloody marvellous.
Okay.
Should we say bye-bye?
Bye.
Let these people... Ooh.
Yes. All right. Thanks for watching. Make this. And see you next time. All right, you can have that.
Thank you. You said I could have that.
Except this bit.